Okay, this is TBA with Felicia and Jane, and we're here with Harry from IRONTOM.
Hello.
How was your commute here?
It was nice, you know. The subway, it's definitely an experience. A good one.
Was it your first time on the subway?
No. I've been on there a couple times, you know. And I just ask people, like, you know, how to get to where I'm going, and you know, I haven't encountered anyone like, you know, angry or anything yet. It's been been really nice. Yeah, I'm kind of, you know.
Eventually you will.
Felicia's
I'm rolling
that
the
angry
dice.
person you're gonna meet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you. So for people who don't know who you are, can you give us like a little introduction of who you are and about your band?
I'm the singer in a band called IRONTOM, and we're a rock band from California. We use a lot of distortion and, you know, loud sounds. That's about all I can say.
Okay, cool. So your band's currently on tour with AWOL Nation, Nothing But Thieves. How's the tour going?
It's great. It's great. We've been in it about a week. It's a 5-week tour, and it's been awesome. You know, we were in Boston last night, and it was a really fun show. We're in New York tomorrow night. You know.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then, so last year you played your the largest venues yet, and you were on tour with the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh yeah.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that experience.
Man, it was truly a dream come true for us. We you know, we've been looking up to them since we were, you know, little, and like me, even before I was a musician. I mean, everyone loves their music, you know, or at least a few songs, you know. And so getting to be invited to support them, like direct support right before them on these giant shows, it was just amazing. And they're like such great musicians, you know. They watching them every night do their thing and just like control a crowd and it just fucking rock. It was great, you know. It was really great.
So you guys would like watch their show every night? Like,
yeah, I realized I just sweared. I'm sorry. I swore.
It's okay.
We'll leave it out.
Yeah, I got it. So, now that we're on the... Oh my god, I can't hear myself.
Yeah, let me turn up your volume, Felicia.
Turn it up.
Hello? Okay, great. Okay, I thought it was just the mic.
Don't worry, we can hear you.
Awesome. Perfect. So, yeah, you just went on tour with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. But if there was anybody else you would be able to tour with, who would it be and why?
I could say the Arctic Monkeys. We're big fans of them. You like them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll tweet at them. Be like, take IRONTOM on tour with you.
Yeah, do it. They're so cool. And we've like Zach and I, who Zach's our guitar player. We saw them like years and years ago when we were teenagers. We saw them in LA performing. It just blew our minds. You know, it basically made us go like, we gotta get into this somehow. Them, and we really love Queens of the Stone Age as well. Cool. They're cool. And Muse, you know.
Oh, no, Muse is great.
So we'll just tweet them all.
Tweet them all.
We'll send them some emails.
IRONTOM
get the Twitter storm going, you know.
We're really good at twittering.
No, we are.
Twittering.
That's good.
Whatever it is.
My grandma calls it twittering.
I love your grandma.
No, but I'll take it. So you guys played a large range of venues, from small little clubs to now huge arenas. Which one do you prefer to be in?
You know, I have fun in all of them, honestly. I mean, I think the other guys, I could speak for them and say they do too. You know, the arenas are cool, but there's it's very big, you know, so there's a lot of space you basically have to fill, and it's kind of daunting, you know. It's less like in a smaller show you can kind of like from the first song maybe get a crowd like up and at them, you know, but in an arena it's like they have to, you know, the sound and the vibe kind of has to settle in, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But they're all fun, you know. Like we've been on this tour to some like great old theaters, the Fillmore in Detroit, and we're going to the Fox in Oakland, and those are so cool too, you know. So it's fun everywhere. We just don't like playing like parking lots. we did that like once, starting out, and that's not really fun ever,
Did it work out at all? Did anybody show up?
There were a couple hobos who were pretty into it,
So if you could play any venue, like in the country or the world, what venue would it be? And why? I'm a big venue person. I think space is really important to music. So
Me too. I want to do Madison Square Garden one time. That'll be great. And in London, we just want to play in London. I mean, we'll hopefully soon, So Madison Square Garden, I'd say, and Staples Center in LA, just because it's kind of
Those are like the centers.
Yeah,
it's like your home base.
Yeah, it's like our home base, and we've driven by it so many times and made a lot of jokes about it. So that'll be fun eventually. I mean, what venues do you like?
I'm a fan of like smaller venues. So I really like Bowery Ballroom.
Yeah, we were there in November.
I know I wasn't able to come. I had rehearsal, but I like the smaller ones. I like Bowery Ballroom. I like Music Hall of Williamsburg.
I like Gramercy. Gramercy's been my favorite since.
We were there too. Did you guys see us there?
I saw you guys there.
Okay.
I think you guys opened up for Vinyl Theater and Finished Ticket.
Yeah.
And I saw Finished Ticket when I saw 21 Pilots, and that was my first General Mission concert. So you guys were my second. And smaller venues are just more intimate. You get to like really connect with people, and you always leave the place with knowing more people. And
yeah, I mean,
there.
it's energy in a confined space, So if people walk in and they're excited, the band comes on, they're excited, it clashes quicker. Whereas an arena like that, 20 rows back or...
You create good relationships with the people that go to those General Mission concerts. Like, you have people who are camping out hours before.
Yeah.
And then you all rush to the barricade, and then you're all there waiting, and you're making friends, and you're sharing each other's Instagrams and Twitters. And
oh, we've done that so many times.
yeah, you just make friends with people who are
great.
in lines with you.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a
really
community.
great. There's like, in terms of small venues, the Crocodile in Seattle we love playing, And the Troubadour in L.A. is always great. And I don't know, what's a good one? Gramercy in New York's really good.
Gramercy,
Rough Trade, I love.
Irving
I saw
Plaza
you
We've
is
been
good.
there, yeah.
What's
What's up with, we're at Terminal 5 tomorrow.
It's larger.
Is it? Yeah.
It's about like 5,000 people.
They have like
There's like 3
they
balconies.
have like 3 balconies up there.
And then they have Brooklyn Steel, which is kind of like a replica of that venue now in Brooklyn, but it's like in the middle of nowhere.
It literally is in the middle of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah.
We played those sort of places before, too.
Yeah, no, but Terminal 5's cool. I saw Mr. Wives there.
Were they good?
October, yeah.
Yeah.
So fun.
It's cool.
And so, on the topic of venues, what or where has been the weirdest, most unconventional place that you've played a show before?
We did do a farmer's market once.
That's
Was
interesting.
it like towards the beginning, or was it like...
It was towards the beginning, yeah. And, you can imagine, like, people picking up their lettuce and, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. People getting a nice, some cabbage and some eggplant, and they're seeing us trying to rock out there.
And I think of, like, middle-aged to older people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how would they feel about, like, just a bunch of guys just literally just rocking out?
I
in the middle
know.
of a farmer's
I don't know
market?
who planned it. I don't know how we It was silly of us because it's like walking into a trap, It's like, how did someone go, guys, you should play this farmer's market? And we're like, sure. Sounds great. And then we get, we shouldn't have done it, but you learn, That's how you
Live and
learn.
No, I'm all about finding those like weird things. When I was in like high school, we had a band, and so we just like go into like businesses. They're like, "Hey, cupcake shop, you guys are opening next week. Can we play in the lot next door to you?"
That's pretty cool.
It's like,
Would they let you?
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
We ended up making like $100 in tips.
Hey, that's pretty.
We sold some
That's there you go.
shirts,
Well done.
like our extra large shirts to small children. It was.
You weren't
it was-
competing with eggplant though. You couldn't do it.
You're right. So, do you have a favorite show that you've played so far, or like a really memorable one? I know it's like hard asking a favorite, but
I could name a few. Like, we played the Hollywood Palladium. About, I guess it was the year before last now. that was a place. That was actually where Zach and I saw the Arctic Monkeys when we were younger, and it was just like, we'd never seen something like that in a room like that, and so when we got to play there, that was great. Basically all the Chili Pepper shows were brilliant, and what's another one? Every night is fun for us, honestly. Like we just have fun making music and playing music with people, and I'd say those two stand out. And maybe like the first show we ever played really like out of town on a tour, which we did in Seattle with AWOL Nation, and that was great because we'd only played in LA up to that point, and we didn't know. There was this feeling like, well, will it work? Will like we play and will people respond? Because we'd only been in this little zone, and the response was even better than in LA. We came to find out basically LA's pretty hard, like pretty stiff crowd. But we went to Seattle and played this theater, and it was just like from the beginning, people excited, people having fun, and it was just kind of like, okay, we can do this,
Yeah, because as an opener, you're the ones who grab everyone in, and you're like,
I guess
we're making it fun at the beginning.
That's what we try to do, yeah.
You guys were actually the first band I ever saw in New York City when I moved.
Wow.
Because I saw you when you opened for Finish Ticket in October a year or two ago.
Yeah.
And so, like, you guys were the first band I saw, and I was like, wow, is this what the New York music scene is?
That's so cool. And you didn't know we weren't from here, I guess.
Yeah, it's fun.
Wait, you were at that show in October?
Yeah, the one that you couldn't go to because you went to Comic-Con.
Ah, yeah, that show. Okay, yeah, that's right.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Irving Plaza.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was great.
Yeah, it was really fun. Do you want to get the next question, Felicia?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So, well, we already discussed this. So let's talk about your van situation.
The van/bus.
The van/bus. You got it about a year ago, and when Jane first saw you guys were really excited about it.
Yeah.
She talked, I think, for like a good month. That's the only thing you talked about.
Yeah, you guys were really excited because you got like the new van bus.
Did you guys name it?
I kind of call it Baby Blue, or like, we just call it the bus, really. It's really cool. It's like I told you before. Well, you've seen it, yeah?
Yeah, I went inside your bus.
Yeah, it's like this airport shuttle that's now got bunks and, chill zone, and it's our little home on the road, and it's been pretty reliable. It makes a big difference, and it gets us to where we need to go, crossing the country over and over again. This tour, though, we're actually rolling on the AWOL crew bus, so we don't have our bus with us this time, but it's kind of she needed a rest, she needed a holiday.
And so, speaking of vehicles, whose van were you on top of for the Be Bold Like Elijah video?
Yeah, whose van was that?
Oh man, that was Elijah Burrell's van, who is the skateboarder in the video, and our executive producer Big Al was driving, so you can see him. He's kind of like or Elijah was driving actually. I think Big Al drove a little.
Because I'm just like, what's the safety with that? Who would let you be on their van?
I know. I mean, it was Elijah's idea, and we kind of just.
So were you going like a good 5 miles per hour?
I'd say like 60. No,
60? Oh no.
That's great.
It was sketchy. Like, when he hit the brakes, like more than just tapping them, we're like, about to go flying.
Oh no.
But you made it here to tell the story.
We did.
Congratulations, you survived.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we really love talking about traveling because that's all we do in New York is commute and travel.
Oh yeah. I mean, LA's the same. It's driving though.
Yeah. So what are your essential items you have to bring on the road with you every time you go on tour?
What do I bring? I bring I guess a jacket. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm blanking right now. What do I have? I always bring too much, you know, which is annoying. I'm always like, this time I'm just cutting down the essentials. And then I'll fucking, darn, bleep. This is too casual, you know. I'm like, you gave me the warning. You know, I'll always try and cut all the things I know I won't need out, and then I get out here and I just have, I'm never gonna wear this tunic or this shawl or, you know, this Eskimo suit. So
it's for the look. It's for fashion.
yeah, essentials.
Fashion,
I
look
kind of
out.
like a cool jacket, like a jean jacket, and you know, a decent pair of shoes, and then just you know, that's it. I think.
Fashion essentials.
Yeah,
So is there like a mom of the group?
man, I'd say it's Dill. Dill's, he's kind of like our guardian on the road. He's our like tour manager almost. You know, we've had tour managers in the past, but even so, Dill still is like, you know, in charge. Like we'll get Airbnbs in a lot of cities, you know, and Dill takes care of that, you know. He cooks us a lot of meals. He does, you know.
That's so cute.
So wait,
He reads us to sleep.
so who? So who's Scott then?
Oh, Scott?
Yeah.
He's our real manager.
Oh, he's the real deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a tour manager, which is the guy who's like on the road and like, you're going here at this time, this place. The real manager just sits in a big chair with a cigar and, you know, says, we're working on getting you some money.
Okay. Yeah. I guess that can work.
Shout out to Scott for replying to our emails. For
Thank
Shout
you,
out to
Scott.
Scott, yeah.
We really appreciate it.
our homie.
All right. I'm gonna go through the next few
yeah,
questions.
okay,
Where are we
go
at?
ahead.
Hold on.
We're at-
Okay.
Wow.
So, the name Iron Tom. How did you guys come up with it? Was it like out of the blue one day when you guys were like, "Oh, let's just throw some words together and create a band name," or was it something that has a significant meaning behind it?
Well, Zach kind of came up with it, you know, and he's got. I've heard his story, but it's like it changes sometimes, so I don't know if it's real or not. Like he said, you know, his dad used to know that actor Christopher Lloyd, you know him, and I don't know, he had some weird interaction with Christopher Lloyd. I think he saw him at a Walgreens, and he was looking at like, I don't know, he was looking for like metal parts, but you don't buy that at Walgreens, you know. And I don't know, he started going on. He basically said it, and it just became a joke that we kept bringing up, and it eventually, when we needed a band name, we couldn't think of anything better, you know.
So the Christopher Lloyd quote.
Christopher Lloyd, yeah.
Thank you,
Chris.
Christopher Lloyd.
Back to the Future and Iron Tom.
Oh God.
I know.
An American hero.
It's true.
Oh no. Okay, so that actually makes a lot of sense. So before you guys were doing Iron Tom as like a full-fledged thing, what did you guys do before that,
Like, what was your day job?
or schooling situation, or
Um,
anything?
Dill did a lot of like, you know, unlicensed boxing. Dan sold incense at the airport.
Okay.
Zach just, you know, people pay him. I don't know where he gets it from. And me, you know, I kind of, I've been a butler, you know.
A butler.
That
Yeah.
was your
Okay.
day job before?
It was, yeah. And I still buttle sometimes.
For anyone important?
Yeah, I buttle for this guy. His name's John Getty. He's like a rock and roll guru, songwriter dude, and you know, I'll go hang out with him sometimes when
And
I'm
buttle
home in
for
LA.
him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have to like wear like the full suit and everything, or you just
Sometimes
show
I
up?
wear a
Is there a name
suit.
tag, or?
Sometimes I wear a suit, you know. He looks pretty fly, so I got to keep up, you know. And you know, the buttling's pretty laid back. I'll just like get the drinks at the bar and then, you know, we'll chill.
So, what advice do you have that you would give to your 2012 selves when you started Iron Tom?
Besides not to play in parking lots or in farmers markets.
That's good advice, you know. Let's see, we've done pretty well. We've done well, like, remembering to be grateful and to be excited just all the time doing this, you know, because we're making music, and it is really outrageous, you know. It's kind of like not growing up, you know, getting to make songs and go play them for people. It's basically like going to the playground, you know, when you're little. And so I think we've done well to stay grateful and excited. And it's basically, I just say work harder, you know. That's what I always say, like, just to myself, to the guys all the time. It's like, whatever we think hard work is, multiply it by 100 and do that, and then do more, you know. So something like that. And the parking lots thing, just like, don't, you know.
So no parking lots, no farmers markets.
Farmers market.
Work harder.
And get out of LA.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some pretty good advice. You guys definitely have excelled more and have really, like, grown into your band.
You haven't played any parking lots recently, as far as we know.
No.
I mean, you guys can play in the parking lot here on campus, but it's pretty full.
I can tell you, though, I'm sure, like, any band you talk to, whether they're not a band, an unknown band, or even, like, some of the biggest bands in the world, you could probably get a parking lot story out of them. You know, they'd probably be like, yeah, we showed up at, like, you know, Chipotle, and they made us, you know, play banjos.
Serenaded the workers of Chipotle.
I've done empty lots and I've done skate parks, but no parking lots.
Skate park is kind of cool.
And beaches. Yeah. I did a show on a beach.
A skate park's pretty cool. You get a lot of edgy kids there.
Edgy.
So, edgy.
AKA my brother.
Oh my god. Okay, so last May you released your debut album, Partners.
Yeah.
What was it like finally releasing your album after being a band for over 5 years?
It was cool, you know. I mean, it was really exciting, and we were so happy to see how people have reacted to it. And you know, touring is so fun for us because we'll come into cities and we just see people, you know, who know the songs, and they'll come talk to us after and say really, really kind things about how the music's affected them, and you know, they'll just get into it at the concerts. You know, it's cool to, like, to make something and have somebody feel it, you know. And it just inspires us to do more, you know, because before we put out music like that, we made it for ourselves, and you know, that's great. We still make it for ourselves, but we also, when we start releasing it, it's like, now you want to include people, you know, you want to make something that I don't know, people can relate to in a way, and have fun with, you know, have as much fun as we're having doing it, you know. That's the idea.
I like that.
Yeah.
That was actually really well said. I was like, wow, that's just fantastic.
Just feeling things.
I have feelings.
So do you have any song, do you have, like, a favorite song to play live? I think that's different than lots of people are like, what's your favorite song you've written? But, like, one to play live, I feel like that's...
I love playing Partners. Partners is always a fun song. And let's see, Be Bold Like Elijah's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's fun.
We have some older songs I like playing, Going Slow. Your Mother is really cool. And then we have some new ones that we tried a few on our last tour, and we're probably going to start trying some on this new tour that I'm excited about, you know?
Yeah, it's fun.
It's exciting to write something, and then, I mean, with being songwriters now after we've been a touring band, it like makes it impacts your writing because you feel you all of a sudden have these like instincts about what a crowd reacts to, you know, and so you sort of start to realize like, oh, doing this sort of thing is like we should do that because, you know, people respond to that, you know, or it makes people move more, or, you know. It's basically we just want to encourage like a party.
All about that. And then we have some notes that I put into our thing was that
Oh yeah, there's a lot of notes in here.
Jane really likes the guitar on Brain Go.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
And then all of your guitar riffs are so sick. And like all your songs, I was listening to like the album the other day and I was like, I love it.
That's Zachary David Peter Irons.
And you guys just make sick music.
Hey,
Sick.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
You have jams, you have bangers, you have them all.
I remember when I saw you guys those few years ago, and I was there with a couple of my friends from high school at the time, and you opened up, and like obviously going into a show at that time, I wasn't a big concert person. That was like my second concert that
Oh,
like
wow.
I've
Yeah.
really been to. I've been to like so many. I usually go to concerts with her, so like at least once a month, every other month.
That's cool.
But I remember when you opened, you held out like one note for like 3 minutes, and I was just like the whole time I was like, oh my god. And then you went like straight into the song like without a breath. I'm like, how did he do that? I'm like, is he okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, who is he? And then I met you guys after, and you guys were so energetic. And then meeting you and the rest of your band, you guys were like so humble and chill. And like my friends and I, that's all we talked about for like the week afterwards, like how wonderful you guys are and how great the show was. And I took a picture with you, and I couldn't find my old phone to find it because I wanted to bring it in.
Of baby Felicia.
Of baby me from like 3 years ago. I don't look that different. And this is super embarrassing, but like I cried because like you guys are like so energetic, but then you guys are also like so humble and like down to earth. I was like, wow. And also I didn't really meet bands then. Like now we meet bands. Like we go to concerts, what we do. But then I was just like, wow, what a guy.
I'm so happy. I mean, I'm so happy you...
That's super embarrassing. I'm so sorry.
No, it's great. I mean, I'm happy you remember the show so vividly and like that, you know.
I'm going to find my phone and tweet out a picture because
Yeah,
I know
tweet it.
it's somewhere, but I couldn't find my phone for the life of me. And I know
The old
it's
phone, not
my old, this is new. My old phone from like 3 years ago. And I know I have it somewhere. Where? I don't know, but I know I have it because I literally tore my
we'll
room
find
apart.
old Felicia photo with Harry. We'll tweet it. Everyone
Find
will love
it.
it.
I made my own shirt for that concert too. I was up till like 3 a.m. Painting my own shirt for the show.
That's so cool. Yeah, I mean,
I tried so hard.
it's honestly... I'm so happy to hear that you remember it so well, you know, because like that's what we hope for, you know. We hope to make something that's memorable for people, you know, and that's great, you know. Yeah, find
Sorry.
that photo. I want to see it.
I'm gonna find
I
it.
think it also goes with that your band, all of you are such dynamic performers.
Oh my god, absolutely.
You're like really interesting to watch, especially you, because like the music kind of takes over you.
Yeah.
Like, where does that come from? Like, do you have like, where's your style come from? Is it inspired by anyone?
I just say it. I mean, honestly, it comes from the guys playing. You know, it comes from like what they do. Just inspires me so much. You know, it inspires me to move and express myself. You know, I mean, I'm happy I don't have to play a guitar or anything. You know, because I can just like I can let out feelings in a way that I could never say them, you know, or I could sing them in the song, but, you know, it also can, and just comes out in every moment we're doing our thing up there, you know?
I love that.
That's great.
So, we have some fun questions that are coming through here. We're getting into...
I like the fun ones.
These are fun.
Do you have a favorite pre-show snack?
I did hear that you guys are a really big fan of Tostitos. I watched an interview
our
and you
research
guys
before
you
this
guys
interview.
seem to be very happy eating Tostitos. And
Well, it's just a joke because, like, we get, you know, touring can kind of be like Groundhog's Day, you know, a little bit because, I mean, the shows are great, but then every, you know, you roll into a venue and all of a sudden you're like loading, you're putting the keyboard on the stage in the same place you did last night, and you're like, this felt like it just happened, you know, in a lot of ways. So one thing that always happens, we walk into our dressing room and there's a new Tostitos with salsa there, and so we're like, you know, we just walk in the room, it feels like we just finished one, you know, and there's another one, and so that's why we kind of make jokes about it. We're just like,
I think in that interview video, like, Zach was going really hard with the Tostitos.
He does.
And
Dylan,
like,
Zach,
okay.
they fight over them. Even the AWOL guys come to our room for Tostitos, and like we're kind of like, it's a honor for us to have them.
So
Buy Tostitos.
So do you have a favorite post-show snack? We're
Oh
all about
man,
snacks here.
we're about snacks too. I like I just like dessert, you know, like I don't know if
I don't know. I think we're still going. Just keep going.
Yeah.
I know Dan likes to go for ice cream after, you know. I'll enjoy I'll enjoy something sweet. Last night there were cannolis after the show. So I had a cannoli.
No, you need to get
two.
some good, like, New York cannolis. That's
Dill
where
likes
it's
a
really at.
cheeseburger right after, like right as he finishes.
Like
He's
he
got the
walks off
burger.
stage
Yeah.
and someone hands him a burger.
He's got it.
Oh, now that's the life.
Yeah.
I could totally get used
Oh, it's
to.
on the rider. Cheeseburger
Yeah.
post-show.
And Zach, just a small glass of rosé. He's good, you know.
It's pretty simple. I like
Yeah.
that.
Good to know. We're all about the snacks.
Oh, yeah.
We are too.
I got pretzels over there.
I have pretzels in my backpack.
Are you serious?
This is why we're friends.
Oh, my God. I think I have goldfish in my backpack, too. I always have food with me.
But not in the studio because we can't eat in here.
Yes, but
For anyone who listens to our show from the station.
we're good, though.
Yeah. So, recently, Not in Front of My Eyes was featured in an episode of Shameless.
Yeah.
Like, how was that? How did their people find your music?
I guess shows have music supervisors, and they're always looking for songs for right moments. And, you know, we have people putting our songs out to shows and things like that. And I guess it just fit, you know. So it was cool. It was cool to hear that, you know. I'm still waiting for, like, Be Bold Like Elijah to be in, like, Transformers 5 or something. Or, like, Fast and the Furious 9, you know.
Okay,
I
so
can,
The
I
Rock,
can really
like-
see
get
that.
Be Bold on, like, a big action flick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely
Anything
take a
with The
note of
Rock
that.
in, and we'd just be like, all right, you know.
We'll just, like, we'll put it on a USB, we'll mail it to The Rock's, like, address and to
Yeah.
all of his people.
Like, whatever you're working on,
Please
this is
put
right
the song
for it.
in. They're going to be what? Fast and Furious. What movie are we at? We're
I
like
don't know.
at-
I never
9.
watched Fast and
I
Furious.
heard they're on contract to make 11 movies. So
So there's 2 more chances.
yeah,
Well, it'll be the 9th, the next one, and then 2 more after that.
yeah, which they're probably starting the production
Okay.
and the script for.
So let's get on it.
So yeah,
We'll start a committee.
That's insane. I was thinking, like, are they going to make it to 10? But they're going to go 11.
They're really going.
Vin Diesel is just so pumped, huh? Like, that's
I-
all he does.
I think they should have stopped at like 4. I think afterwards it was.
Me too, but
Bit
then
much.
now that they're at 8, I think, why not go to 20?
Go
you
big
know?
or
might
go
as well.
home.
Fast
have-
20.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen any of them.
I've
so-
seen the 6th one.
I want to take my grandkids to Fast 50. Like,
So mental note: make sure they keep producing Fast and Furious
Yeah.
movies. I will definitely get on that.
We'll
Have my
start a
people
committee.
contact your people.
yeah.
We'll start a
Um,
committee to send out things to Fast and Furious.
Oh, okay. This is my question.
Oh.
So Jade and I were on FaceTime last night talking about this.
We're like, let's go through our questions and
Yeah.
make sure
Cool.
they're good.
And then I was going through, because I have like all your stuff on Spotify and everything. I'm going through like the cover art. And I always found your cover art to be very like vibrant, very amusing. And I'm like, what was the inspiration? Because for where's the pin on your jacket?
Oh.
It has like the hand, yeah, she has
the
that.
red one with
Yeah.
like the
From
blue
the
guy
last
in the
tourist.
hand.
And
Le-
then for Brain Go, you got 2 people with like brains on their butts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, What's the inspiration? Do you guys come up with that together, or do you guys have somebody who creates the whole thing for you?
Yeah, all the art's done by Amelia Irons, who is Zach's younger sister.
Really?
She's a great filmmaker and artist, and she, ever since we were trying to start the band, she was doing little logo drawings for us, and we just always loved it. And like, I love this red logo, and the new moon thing she's done, and it's really great. And so she's just a magnificent artist,
Does she just come up with it, or
She
do
just
you
comes
just
up
pitch
with it.
things?
Yeah, she just like.
It's fantastic because a lot of the times that, at least for me, I love when I see a cover art that kind of represents like the song or represents the album, and like you could see me be like, oh, I understand it.
I'm glad it does. We like to hope it will. And like when we're trying to pick it, or like, she'll make a few pieces. And then, like, we'll pick, or we basically use it all. Whatever she wants to make for us, we use it.
That's awesome.
But that's cool. It, like, the image comes to your mind when you hear the song or whatever. That's really cool.
Yeah, we love it.
I love it.
And so now about your fans. How are the fans? Like, it seems like you have a really dedicated fan base.
And like, obviously, I've met people at shows who are like,
oh yeah, this is like my 17th Iron Tom show, and then you like see them on Twitter, and like, what's it like to have?
The fans are great. They're all just so awesome, and it really inspires us. Like it inspires us to be coming back to these cities. Like, I think this will be our 5th time in New York City, in just about 2 years, maybe a little over 2 years. And it's just, it blows our minds, that it's growing and that we have people coming back, like wearing the shirts and knowing the songs. And, I always it makes me strive to make it even better for them the next time they come, because like if I put myself in the position of like what I want to see out of a band, and I just think like I'd want to come back and not know what they're going to give me, so maybe other people are different. Maybe they do like similar things or like the same sort of songs every time, or I don't know, but no matter what, we just like to like exude our joy and our happiness and our passion for what we do to the level that people feel it and, want to come back again.
That's so lovely.
And we love the fan art, and like some people bring us food and cookies, and we've been poisoned a few times, but no, I'm just kidding.
That was gonna be my next question. Like, have you guys been food poisoned by this before?
No. I think the poisoning was, meant to, make us, get us high.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding.
I think maybe it's just stronger, increases your tolerance.
No, we've never been poisoned. I was kidding. And, all our baked goods have been, PG baked goods.
Sure.
And who is the kind soul who runs the Iron Tom Twitter?
It's kind of me and Dill.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, we do all our social stuff. We kind of take turns with it, Yeah.
Because I love when bands respond to tweets.
Yeah, it's great. Twitter is great that people can like reach out and say how they feel about a song or something. We can actually see it and go like, that's cool. Because if someone says, I love Not in Front of My Eyes, I love this part of it, we can, and then another person says it, and another person says it, it's an avenue for us to like, learn about what people are responding to in our music, and just, it's cool to connect. It is.
That's one of the really cool things about social media now, because I know long time ago when they had music, like you'd have to like write them fan mail and then send it to their record label, and then it might not even get there. But
do you guys still get fan mail?
People like will write us on Twitter and be like, where can I send you something,
Mm-hmm.
And so we send it to our manager's office, and then they give it to us,
I know a lot of people, fan mail isn't much of a thing as it used to be before. So it's kind of cool that people still like want to actually send you guys like physical things instead of like being like, hey,
Yeah.
I really love you guys on Twitter or something like that.
They send like artwork, and we've gotten like mixed CDs, and you know, did a lot of cool different things. You know, I love. And also, I've seen fans like they have lyric tattoos. You know, which is crazy to me because, you know, it's nuts to like write something and have somebody like connect with it on that level that they want it on their skin, you know. It's pretty cool.
So, what kind of music do you listen to besides your own, I guess?
I like my main favorites, I'd have to say, are like the Beatles and Bob Dylan and the Rolling Stones and a lot of great 60s stuff, but honestly, I have to always be looking for new things. You know, it's very important for me to just, I don't know, my mind craves it, you know. I can like rest on things I know, but I realize I feel like I feel most alive and excited when I'm like searching and hearing new songs by new people I haven't heard before, you know. Like I was just going through Spotify today and listening to a lot of, they're doing Spotify singles where I guess they're recording different artists like coming in and recording songs. So I was listening to like these artists I like doing covers, you know.
When's
Like
Iron Tom going on Spotify singles?
I don't know, Spotify, when are we coming on?
We gotta now tweet
Yeah.
at Spotify. Please put.
I'll
Iron
go to
Tom
the
on here.
helpline. That's what I was doing on Friday about our Spotify account.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was talking to them,
Oh.
and then we tweeted them, and they responded. So I'll just go to help, and they're like, "What's your problem?" I'll be like, "Hello, please put Iron Tom on Spotify
That's
singles.
cool.
That is the problem."
We also
would love
have
to
our
go
own Spotify account too
Oh, that's cool.
for future endeavors.
Because we
We're
play
everywhere.
lots of brand new fun music. We can send you some of our playlists.
Yeah, send
We
them.
could
I'm
definitely
serious.
record you.
I mean,
recording-
lately I've been
recommending
into, who have I been into? I love that Childish Gambino album that everybody loved.
No, it's great.
I went back to that.
The one that didn't win
yesterday.
any Grammys.
It should have won.
Yeah.
It should have won.
Um,
I'm so upset about it.
I'm salty about the Grammys every year.
You're
Yeah, I mean, but they're, you
you're
know,
salty about any award show.
I know.
yeah.
I like the Tonys. The Tonys never disappoint me.
This guy I mentioned earlier, John Getty, he's actually a great musician and great songwriter, and he doesn't put out a lot of stuff, but I hear his songs and they're really inspiring too. And then I actually checked out, I've been into Migos a little bit, you know Migos, right?
I do.
I wasn't sure about them, but you know, I just checked them out. It's kind of fun. You know. And then I've been going back to Ray Charles as well. And I've just been trying to make playlists. So I'll like throw things on a playlist, throw it on, and then like after a while I'll go back and listen to it all. And so I'm at that point with a playlist right now. I got to check it out.
That's fun.
But yeah, pass us stuff because I like scoping it out.
I can definitely send you stuff. I make
Yeah.
so many playlists. I make cover art for my own playlists.
That's cool.
It's cute. Do I have the next one?
No, actually, I want to do the one after that.
Okay. So what's your latest Netflix binge?
I mean, speaking of Childish Gambino, Dylan and I started watching Atlanta, which is on Hulu.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
That's a good show.
I've been watching Stand Up on Netflix, which has been pretty good. They have like a lot of good stuff on there. I mean, the Chris Rock one that just came out was pretty darn good, you know? What have you guys watched recently? Maybe I've seen.
Recently, Netflix put back on Stoked, which is this Canadian cartoon about surfers
Ooh.
from like 2009 that I watched growing up. And it has
I remember you telling me about
it has
that.
the best soundtrack. Like it really influenced the music I listened to growing up.
That's cool.
The first song they have in it is Dear Maria, Count Me In by All Time Low.
I was listening to that this morning.
Yeah. And then it has
My
lots of
favorite
cool
song.
like indie rock bands and it's fun. So I've been binge watching that as I fold my laundry during my like long weekend.
That's cool.
When you actually did your laundry.
Yeah, I did do my laundry.
Stoked.
I'm so
I'll
proud
check
of
it
you
out.
doing your laundry.
What else was I watching? I watched all of The Good Place.
Okay.
I recommend that. If you're into philosophy, that
The Good Place. Okay.
it has Kristen Bell.
Oh, okay.
I love her. She's so funny.
Yeah.
I think she's
What have
great.
you been binging
Oh,
lately?
I don't watch
The
I watch-
Office. We went back to The
The
Office.
I
mean-
think everybody ends up going back.
Yeah,
It's just
Dill's
does.
seen it like a few times, and him and I have been rooming together and just put it on. I haven't seen it a lot, but like, it's good, you know.
I'm more of a 30 Rock person.
I love 30 Rock too.
Like,
That's a good show.
when people are like, Parks and Rec's Office, I'm like, but 30 Rock.
30
Tina
Rock's
Fey
so
is
good.
our savior.
I never really liked Parks and Rec. I watched like the first 2 episodes and I couldn't get it. I heard the first season though isn't the
I
greatest.
saw the last episode. That was the first episode I saw. Because it was on after my mom watched The Voice.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, maybe I'll watch Parks and Rec. I'm like, wait, why does this all seem like it's ending? And then I check into like the premiere of the finale. I'm like, well,
That's it.
That's just how it is. I haven't really watched TV lately. I kind of just go home like really late
oh,
and then
watch Freaks and Geeks.
go to bed.
I
always
have been
recommend
checking
that.
out podcasts, which like is kind of a whole new world for me.
Yes.
You know,
Podcasts
there's just
are like
one
the new
about
thing.
everything. You know, you could be like Tostitos, and they're like, "This is the #1 Tostitos podcast."
Maybe
You know?
that's what you guys should do on like your drives places. You should have like a weekly podcast about Tostitos.
That'd be I mean, that could be good.
That would definitely be something.
You heard it here
interesting
first,
to
folks.
Yeah.
Have you seen Bo Burnham? He's a comedian.
No, but I've seen him on there. I got to check him out.
No,
Is he good?
he's something else, that's for sure. A little out there, but very very relatable in some sense because he does talk about like real life issues. But there's just one song that I always have stuck in my head.
Is it repeat stuff?
Kill Yourself. And
Is he a singer or is he a comic?
he's a comedian
comedic
singer.
musician.
So he kind of
Yeah.
does a little bit of both.
He did
plays
YouTube
like
stuff, right?
Bo Burnham.
yeah, he did YouTube stuff and Vine stuff for a while, and now he has like a comedy show on Netflix. And I don't know, that song, it's just
Oh.
every once in a while it just comes back.
It's
and
Is this
I'm
called
like,
Kill
oh.
Yourself?
It's called.
I like the
yeah.
repeat stuff
It's,
song.
it's bad, but it's
Is it a bop?
it's funny. Yeah, I
It's a
could
bop.
What's it about? I'm
um,
just kidding.
different ways you can kill yourself. Like one line is like drink a bottle of bleach.
We're
And
not
I'm like-
airing this part on the air, Felicia.
No, we're definitely
Just
not.
beep her, like straight beep.
My
It's like,
mom wouldn't approve of this.
We're gonna cut it right here. And
We're back.
what's your favorite meme? Next question.
Oh, my favorite meme. There's that one where all these dudes like are like freaking out, and this is one guy's like kind of smiling. I don't know. I don't know. I think I also saw one where it's like Maury or Jerry Springer, and he goes, "You are not the father," and everyone starts going, "Oh!" and this guy just does a backflip. Like he's like dressed kind of nicely.
I've seen
He
that.
just stands up and does a straight up backflip. What's your favorite? Like I gotta see some good ones.
I
Oh
like
my
I like
God.
the SpongeBob one where you like capitalize different letters mocking someone.
I use that on a daily.
send it to
Albert
you all
sends
the
me
time.
that a lot.
On our Instagram, we used to do Meme Mondays
Hold on, I gotta.
before we decided to be young professionals. Here, I'll
Hold on.
pull some.
How
up
do
for
you
I have
make a
some
meme?
up.
You
You got an app or something?
Oh, I just go in Photoshop. We find whatever memes it is. We click
Yeah.
the photo
Yeah.
and then we put new text.
Oh, okay.
We do that. We used to do that, and then it was my job, and then I would always like do it at like 12:30 in the morning.
The memes aren't loading. We'll show you.
Oh my
after
god.
the
Okay.
show.
So the Kermit the Frog tea sipping, for my birthday, my friend
that's
actually
pretty
made me
good.
a card with he animated this into a card and taped a tea packet into it.
Wow.
And the white guy blinking is my favorite.
I haven't
Probably.
seen the white guy blinking.
White guy blink. Oh.
This one's my
man.
favorite.
I
That
gotta
one.
find it.
Oh, SpongeBob.
And then you like someone will say something
Here it
and then
is.
you'll repeat it but capitalize certain
Oh,
letters.
that guy.
White guy blinking. Oh, for the camera. White guy blinking. And the Sonic meme, which is, it shouldn't be a
See,
thing.
here's one of our memes.
Oh,
Oh, you
yeah.
found it?
It's the Mr. Krabs one.
Oh god. Oh my god. The
That's
Mr.
pretty
Krabs
good.
one.
So,
My Photoshop skills are just
SpongeBob's
A+.
pretty good for memes, huh?
and then
No, absolutely.
I've seen
last-
good Nicolas Cage ones, I think.
And then like a couple days ago on your Twitter, you did like a Twitter meme
Yeah, yeah.
contest.
Yeah,
for
we
guest
saw
lists.
some-
Yeah, I saw that one.
We saw a few funny ones. Like, I've seen other IRONTOM memes too that, like, in the past that have been pretty good. Memes are cool. You know, they're pretty.
Memes.
They're expressive. They are, and they have depth.
Some people get really into it. Like, they take a meme and make it into, like, this whole artistical thing. I've seen people, like...
It's a culture.
It really is. And sometimes I'm just like, are we going too far with all of this?
No.
Or is this just, it just gets worse from here on out?
It is funny, you know. I mean, I don't really mind it because it's just like a funny way to express some weird feeling. You know?
The best way to start a conversation is with a meme.
Felicia Big, 2018.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, more fun questions. What was the last photo you took on your phone?
Let me see.
Oh boy.
I got a lot of nudes of Dill, you know.
I told you might be nudes.
We were talking about this. We were like, oh, well, what about this question? She's like, oh, well.
What if it's nudes?
Yeah. I was like, oh.
It was
well,
the
then.
cannolis from last night.
Oh. Wow, look at that.
Not nudes.
Not nudes.
I know.
That's
I'm
good.
bummed, you know. But this is, hey, check this out.
Oh,
I
cute.
was going to do that today or
my
tomorrow.
God.
That was Dill and I in this rock and roll hotel in Boston.
With
They had robes.
zebra robes.
Yeah, and he put on some kind of face mask or something.
I love it.
That's honestly me. Jane, you know I have
Let's get some zebra robes and recreate it.
I'm already halfway there because I have like 1,000,001 face masks at home and I own a zebra onesie.
And I have a Snuggie and I'll put it on backwards and it'll be a robe.
Robes are good, you know.
Okay, next question.
Next
We're
question.
almost done.
What is your perfect pizza? And if you say pineapple pizza, we're going to end this interview.
Oh, Felicia,
Man.
that's so extreme.
I'm so against it.
Well, you know, my perfect pizza rhymes with Hawaiian, but I'll just say
no.
I'll say meat lovers. No,
Okay.
I'm
But
just
like,
kidding.
this is
I'll
a
just say
non-judge zone.
I'll say pepperoni. But
Okay.
what's up with the pineapple? That's
Thick
kind of
crust
good.
or thin crust?
Thick.
Okay, then, okay.
But
Maybe.
honestly, pizza's pretty good no matter what, you know?
I had pizza last night.
Even bad pizza is like, this is pretty darn good.
If you're able to find a dollar pizza place in the city, which there are a lot of, you gotta find a good one. But
Not the one on 55th and Broadway.
no, not
I can
that
tell
one.
you
That
that.
one's really bad.
You've even been to that one.
No, I've been to that one. My dad and I've been.
We'll
Okay.
look some up and we'll send
We'll
some
tell you
stuff.
the
I passed
best
one
dollar pizza place.
coming here, like, wherever. I forget where I was. I don't even know where my hotel is. I got to find that out when I leave. But I passed one, and I looked, and I was like, and then I just kept walking. I was like, there'll be other times, you know? I'll get some tonight or tomorrow.
That's fun.
There's never not a perfect time to eat pizza.
So you mentioned that you have new songs that you're playing on like the road. When's the next album or EP coming out?
We're working on that at the moment. Like, Aaron from AWOL Nation is our producer as well. And so we were recording up until we left for this tour. And now we're on the road together and we're still working on songs, which is really cool. And, you know, we got a couple that are almost finished. We got a couple more in the works. And, you know, something will hopefully be coming soon. You know?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. We're always writing and making things, you know? It's just what we do and we love to do it. And so Partners came out and now that's been out a little bit, we're formulating what's coming next, you know?
Where do you guys get your? This actually isn't on a note sheet, but where do you guys get your inspiration from music? Do you get inspiration from like just doing your thing, like performing at concerts, walking around, traveling?
Yeah, I
anywhere?
mean, life in general, it's, you know, it all feeds it, you know? And then other music is great as well. But yeah, it just comes from breathing and looking at things.
And one last question. When will you finally do a headlining tour?
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, we've, after this tour, it's like we've been to a lot of places 5 times, maybe 6 times, in some cases. So hopefully later this year we'll be coming through and doing our own shows, you know, because we've been an opener for about, you know, a couple of years now. We've just been opening shows. It's been great, you know. It's been a great way to like introduce ourselves to people. People come back and we introduce ourselves to more people. But now, you know, we're really excited to play like a longer set for who wants to come and have fun. And we got a lot of songs we'd like to play, you know. Whereas like we're playing 30 minutes on this tour, and that's great, but it's hard to pick what songs to do because we want to do them all.
Play Mind My Halo.
I'm glad you like that one.
That's my personal favorite. I was listening to it this morning.
That's awesome.
That's a good one.
So yeah, that's all of our questions. You can check out Iron Tom on the internet. We'll put all of our links everywhere. And listen to TBA with Felicia and Jane on Tuesdays.
1 to 2 at mywbcr.com.
Or 10 a.m. Pacific if you're there.
On the other side of the country.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.